guys, TheMadeMan here, and today in part 5 of conversion of making a car for GTA San Andreas, we're gonna continue our conversion. So let's get straight into it. So before I proceed any further, when I usually open Modeler every time, I usually change these settings in the tools because they can be problematic when you accidentally use them. So here you can see copy to, I change it to none, click this box, and then I go to detach, disable the drag, and then extrude. I change it to triangle to be the same as the other polygons I extrude. But anyways, we can continue. So I did this off camera and then I made the real light have some more dimensions with glass covering it, and I textured this and this, but don't worry, I'm gonna do it here. There's still this I haven't done. So there's one trick I haven't told you guys. So when you guys have the model newly imported and you want to weld things together quickly, I wish I knew this earlier, but anyways, select the vertices, basically all of them, turn on selected mode, and then go to extrude, no wait, weld, enable this multi-target, click anywhere, and then it should all be welded. Now if you were doing this on the body here and you have parts that should be not welded, you can still use this detach to and then untick this to new object, so it detaches, so it's not welded together, but it doesn't separate into a new object, so which is very useful. In the beginning I should have known about this earlier, but that's fine. Anyways, to texture the window, the glass, so select the thing, the object, go here, find something that says like this, generic 256 with ENV whatever spec, and this trans, which is transparency, design, map them, and then we move this into this black zone down here like this, and we scale it down, it doesn't matter, and then we map it to the second UV map. Again, we move it to the blue zone and then scale it down this small, it has to be this small. Then we got this, and then we have this window frame thing, whatever we call it, but here we can detach him, and we can instead of welding one vertex at a time, we can select all as I said, build, apply it, and then there we go. Now next gonna be parts that shouldn't be welded, so we select them, detach, untick this, click, now it's detached. You don't know if you can't really see that it detaches for you, but it did detach, it worked. But then anyways, calculate normals, change materials. I'm gonna use this one. I'm gonna texture them, just make them completely black like this. We scale them down, this, there we go. Wait, let me check if I'm recording again here. Then I just leave this separated from the main body of the car, the chassis, because we're gonna detach the part anyway. This is the door, part of the doors. So, and there we go, we basically textured everything that came from Blender. Now we gotta add some parts to it, you know, trunk, engine, interior, the underside of the car, exhaust system, and some other details. So let's start now by just deleting this video juice. We're not gonna be using this anymore. There we go. We can start with the trunk. So first thing we can do here is detach these parts. This is the trunk. Okay. Wait, let me see the real life car for a second here. Hold on. Okay. Let me see this. Okay, so here. Yep. Here. No, wait. Here. Yep, that should be it. Let me do this instead. Let me not do it. I'm not gonna do it the way down here. I'm gonna stay up here. Yeah, hold on. I gotta lower this as well. Just hold on a second. Then lower it down. That should be good. Alright, let me select again. Then here, like this, select all these polygons. That's basically the trunk. There we go. Now I have the trunk lift off, as you can see here. Now, as you can see, we don't have the trunk itself. We're just gonna borrow off the Sentinel here that I have imported. So we just need this bottom part. The rest we have to create polygons for. Okay, here. I'm just gonna retexture this one. Also, this car just have weird materials. I'm gonna create another one. No, wait. I'm gonna create one that doesn't have the specular. We don't need that here. Here we go. Copy this name. Paste it here. Did I change anything? Nope. Then change the texture to this one. There we go. And assign it to this thing right here. Now we have this. Hold on. Okay, top view remap. The trunk usually use this texture, this zone of the texture. So we're gonna scale it up to fit it. There we go. That should be good. Now we're gonna move it around to fit it with the car. Go. Here should be good. Here. Scale down x-axis from the top. See here. That should. Okay, let me scale it up a little bit. There we go. Now it should be good. Then we attach this thing, the floor of the trunk, into the core. Now we create some polygons here. So do this. Use this tool. Create polygon single. There we go. Anyways, the engine. Yeah, you may notice this is after the video because I didn't actually press record. I'm gonna show you guys how I took the engine from here. So, upon it, hide it. I use a saber for the engine. Then we use quad selection. Wait, are we recording? Yep, we're recording again. Damn, dude. Alright, we select this engine here. You can see this little box. And then this other little box. And then this box, which is probably the battery. Then we select this here, and then also the front part here selected. Okay, we don't want the exhaust. No, we don't have the exhaust, and we don't want this part either. Here, hide the wheel, and then that should be good enough. We detach it from the car itself. Make sure that this, okay, we don't want this part. Oh, there we go. Yep, we got everything we need, and then we remove it. You got the engine, right? And then oh, that's the engine I already made. Anyways, so you guys can move it, scale it, whatever you want. Use your vertex mode, and then move around this vertex and line it up with the car itself. Scale it. You can fiddle it around until you get the right size and location for the engine. And I got this. Okay, we don't need this thing. Get off here. Delete it when you're done. Get off. There we go. Also, before doing that, don't forget to detach it hood. Detach the hood. So, well, back to the recorded footage I go. Well, great. I didn't record like quite some progress I made. Oh no. Oh fuck. Anyways, so what I did is I made the polygons and textured the trunk, and I made the underside of the car and including this part. And then I took the engine from a Saber because one from the Sentinel wasn't good enough. But yeah, I lost the footage because I didn't press record. But anyways, it's fine. I can still show you what I did, where I textured these things. So let me open up something. Okay, disable it. Here we go. This is where I textured the underside of the car here. This is the front, this is the back. You can create the polygons and then you rotate them around. And then we have this part here where I scale them down. I basically use the wheels, basically this wheel, a temporary one, and then I look from the front. Let me see here. Look from the front, and then I extrude these vertices into here, like this much in, further from the wheel. You can see this straight line here. And then I create some polygons here again, and then I textured it here, this section. Okay. And now we have the engine I borrow from Saber again, and the trunk I textured them using the Sentinel interior or whatever the car you were basing the conversion on. So we got this, and then I scale things down and then fit it in here, this section, these two lines here. So that should be all you missed. So let's continue on the engine itself. That was a waste. Damn. Okay. But that's okie dokie, right? What am I saying? Wait, let me see here. Oh no, that's it. Oh, we got a problem here. Let me flicker out a little bit. What the hell is happening here? Oh, okay. I wasn't supposed to make this. hood. Good thing we can just take it back. Put it back on the main body. That's fine. That should be good enough. Now it's gonna look a little bit weird, of course. But I don't think there's anything can be done here at this point. It's too late. We should have done that in, you know, Blender. I mean, I should have done that because it's my car. It's my own fault. So, okay, fine. Anyways, continue again. Now for this side, we can just do only one side and mirror it again, like other parts. Wait, hold on. Okay, that's good. Here. What? Then here. Then here again. We create some more polygons. That should be with the side. Yeah, that should be with the side. So we can detach these things with material. There we go. Calculate normals again. Then we start texturing these things. Detach it. We cut it now. Then use this material here, generic 256 primary. So it changes the color with the rest of the car. Retexture from top view. Okay, sometimes it glitches out. It has to be this. There we go. Then this is the outer side. We're gonna line it up with this darker black line here. So rotate 90 degrees. Move it down here, scale it down a little bit. Should be good. And then we move it so it's straight line across. There we go. Be good here. It should be like this. Then we scale, stretch it, scale it down a little bit. It's clipping out. There we go. We got it. Got one side now. We can mirror this to the other. Use the top view. That works as well. Then attach it here. There we go. We got this. And we got the front here. Now let me do this first. Actually, this one close to the windshield. Yep, we are recording. I'm checking again this time. Not gonna do the same mistakes again. So from top view again, remap it. There we go. Rotate 180 degrees because this is the outer from the engine. Then we move these vertices down, line it up, make it a straight line again. It was the same portion. We got it now. We can attach it to this. Then we got the front. This is a little bit different in terms of location. So, hold on. Generate new. There we go. So the previous two parts we're using this top one. Now we're gonna use bottom one for this. instead. So we're gonna move down a little bit. Wait, hold on. This, that should be good. Then this straight line from there, I think so. Don't forget to save often as well. You might, if anything goes wrong, you can recover it fast. There you go. Get it down a little bit. That should be good enough. Then we attach it back and attach it back to the car again. We do some small adjustments, mainly the battery itself. This is a battery, guys. So move it up, make sure it's not clipping. It still does. There we go, it's not clipping anymore. And make sure it doesn't clip through. There we go. Then we have the same thing here. Whatever this is, gonna move it out first so it's not floating in mid-air. And move it up. Do the same here. There you go. Now that should be good for the engine. We're done with engine now. It might be wrong engine when you compare to a real one, but again, it's GTA San Andreas. It doesn't matter much. So here we go. Really bad excuse, right? But anyways, we got the engine done, underside of the car, the trunk. Now we have the front views. Well, so we're gonna repeat what we did with the rear view, but now I'm recording. So, yep. Now we can do this. View. Look from the front side. This is the rear view. Let me check. Oh, so this is the rear view. This is the engine, but that doesn't matter anyways. Select these vertices. Hold on, I selected the wrong thing again. Some cars have different approaches, but we're gonna make it as clean as we can do. So like this should be good enough. Make sure you're not selecting anything else. Good. So extrude it into the car. So this is the wheel itself. Make sure it goes further away from the wheels. In this case, we already done the rear part. Well, at least I did. So I lined it up with what I made for the rear. So now we got that. Hide the wheel. Now we select these polygons. Hold on. Okay. Detach it. Here we go. Then we weld things together. Use default material for now. There we go. Calculate normals. Then from the front view, line up with whatever the rear part we made. So just make sure it goes further in from the wheel, like a little bit of the distance, because sometimes we have to rescale the wheel. So we're gonna make sure it doesn't clip through too much, but a little bit of clipping is fine. Again, no, you don't normally see these things or look at these things unless you really want to see it, which you shouldn't. It's underside of the car. It's 2D. It's okay to have some things not looking like reality, because this is GTA San Andreas. So here, doesn't have to be perfectly straight. It's fine. There we go. Now we have all this we need. And then we use this material, generic 256. From the front view, remap it. Rotate 90 degrees. Make sure this is both on X and Y so you don't screw things up when you're doing the UV, when you rotate things. Unless some circumstances when you benefit from using this thing, but mostly you don't. How we can create some more polygons here for the inner part. Detach the default material. Calculate normals. Use the same material. Map from the left side. And then we use the same section of the texture down here. There we go. Attach it back to this and create a copy. Mirror it to the other side from front view using X axis only. Flip it, calculate normals, done. Then attach this to the core. And we have one final thing to do. Underside here, this small gap, so you can clearly see it. So we're gonna close this gap up. Oh, and by the way, about gaps, if when it's under the core, it doesn't matter. Sometimes you can leave some small gaps like this I made, because you're not gonna be looking at it. Again, this is hidden behind the bumper, and even if you remove the bumper, you still have to basically go under the car, something you can't really do normally. So small gap like this, fine, leave it there. It's less polygons that we need and less work. Very small amount, but that's still something. Anyways, detach whatever we made, default material, detach it. There we go. Now we got this random piece. Use generic 256. Oh wait, I gotta remap. Top view, remap. Okay, it's glitching out every time. There we go. Now rotate 90 degrees again. Make sure both axes are on. Just move it anywhere like this, it's fine, it doesn't matter. We're not gonna be looking at it. Again, and then we attach it to the car. Now we have the underside and the engine and the trunk. Next on, we move to interior. In the next video, I'm gonna be moving on to interior and maybe basically start doing the door and gaps and damaged parts. But this is it for the current video. About this video actually. Let me move it. Hold on, I scroll things up right here. Let me smaller. It should be smaller. That should do. It might look weird like this, an engine looks like this, but that's fine. It doesn't matter. Again, now we have basically the engine, underside of the car, and the trunk done. So this is it for this part, guys. Make sure you check out my forum, my workshop on GTA forums. Nothing new again. I'm also I'm also starting some small project. It's a 1980 Buick Erector, and then also I started a low rider project. Haven't done much other than, you know, made some paint jobs. Not me though, other guys made it. Thanks guys from the warehouse Discord. But anyways, they did some paint jobs for me. I did the mapping, and then I'm gonna make some tuning parts. So basically I'm gonna edit some default cars into a low rider that should be like the Esperanto, Virgo, and some other cars. But anyways, but that's gonna take a while to finish, so you can wait for it. And also this has to be finished first. I gotta finish the videos and this core with it, that I so I can have some time actually working on those things. But anyways, make sure to like and subscribe to my channel created for this series and maybe future series on GTA cars. So thanks for watching, guys. See you guys in the next part.